Welcome back to Lane Tech Broadcasting. I'm John Hyder here today, joined by Gavin O'Brien here for Lane Tech Girls Varsity Volleyball, Lane Tech and Westinghouse. Gavin, what can we expect from this game today?
You know, the Lane Tech champions entered this game 18-6 on a 7-game win streak. I think they're really feeling themselves right now, and they're entering this game with a lot of confidence against the 7-5 Westinghouse Warriors.
Yeah. This Lane Tech team's hot. In those last 7 games, those last 7 wins, only 2 drop sets, so they've been sweeping teams for the most part.
For sure. They won 5 games on Saturday alone as they entered the Northside College Prep Tournament.
Yeah.
You know, a really good way to enter the weekend as they were all conference matchups, which is important as we get to the end of the season here.
And now with handshakes underway, we're mere moments from this one starting up. Lane Tech's sophomore volleyball team got a win against Westinghouse mere around 20 to 30 minutes before this one. So it's safe to say the varsity team hopes to do the same.
Yes, that JV game was quite successful. They won that 2-0 in a dominant fashion for sure.
Yeah.
It appears Lane Tech will start with serve here with senior Alyssa Laverde. Aslena.
As you mentioned, Gavin, Lane starting with serve, and it looks like Alyssa Laverde will be doing that. She leads the team in aces per set, so definitely a nice option for Lane to start this game.
Yes, she has been dominant from behind the serve mark this year. It appears the ref has an issue with one of the players' earrings, so we are momentarily delayed. There is the whistle from the ref, and we are underway.
Ooh, miscommunication there by Lane Tech. As Westinghouse takes the first point now with their serve. Westinghouse doing a good job at blocking some of these attempts.
And the kill coming from Mia Durich on the right side. A great dig there from Alyssa Laverde to keep that point up. We'll now see sophomore Colette Hennigan back to serve.
Nice job getting.
Call of a lift from the Westinghouse Warriors as Lane takes the lead 2-1. Off of the back row, and Colette Hennigan with another point on the serve.
Lane now looking to assert and maybe gain a big lead early in this first set. And a battle at the summit there, won by Lane Tech. Lane now up 4-1. And a nice job there by the Warriors, finding the open ground amongst Lane's.
Julia Appizato has really controlled the back row there. The serves from Westinghouse have really not been able to get anywhere, as she has been able to center it right to their setter. And an ace from Julia Appizato, giving Lane a 6-2 lead. And a kill from freshman Alex Pollock. Oh, Sophia Pollock, I am so sorry. Was looking at the wrong sheet.
Yep. Nice play there by Pollock. Pollock, one of the two freshmen on this team, has made a mark, to say the least, early in his Lane season. But Lane now gives up that point, 7-3 now for Westinghouse.
Pollock has been dominant along the net all season long. Really a huge contributor to the front line for Lane Tech. Senior Mia Juric and Alyssa Laverde will sub out, as senior Anya Moore and who else subbed in?
Amia, I think.
Oh, Abigail Graff sub in. Anya is back to serve.
Missed hit there by Lane. Westinghouse has really had most of their points come off Lane errors, so we'll see if Westinghouse can actually gain some more momentum of their own.
As the serve goes out there, we see more substitutions from Lane, as Olivia Karnowski has subbed out for number 40, Lena Paus. And number 17, Amia Carreno, gets subbed out for number 18, Colette Hennigan. And a bad pass from Westinghouse there leads to Lane taking the lead 11-4. And a timeout from Westinghouse. Paulus is now back for her second serve as we come out of the timeout. A good block attempt up front. And a block from Westinghouse that Lane was unable to dig. A powerful serve there from Westinghouse. And a kill from Colette Hennigan. You know, the youth that they have up front has been really amazing to see from this team, as we now see two sophomores up on the front line. An unfortunate spike attempt there from Lane as they lose the serve. However, we will see substitutions as number 39, Sophia Polik, subs out.
That was a nice play by both teams. Definitely one of the longer rallies we've seen early in this one.
For sure. Westinghouse was able to bring back that long spike earlier from Colette. And a double touch there will lead to another point for Westinghouse. I mean, she drove that ball deep into the corner, and they popped it up, but they were able to bring it all the way back. So, you know, it was a really impressive volley there for sure.
Westinghouse now gaining a bit of a momentum here. They've cut the lead down to 4. Let's see if Lane can take back control in this one.
Just outside. A little bit too strong from number 15, Sophia Abdullah, a sophomore who has been quite impressive as she was called up from JV earlier this season. An impressive volley there, which ends with Lane Tech getting the kill. Both teams seem to be hitting their stride now, as we have seen much better passing and much better recovery on defense from both teams.
Ooh. Just hits the top of the net there.
Not what Lane was looking for there, as Westinghouse has a chance to reclaim the momentum.
Yeah. They've controlled this game during this middle stretch. And another point there for Westinghouse.
A tough pass there from Julie. Goes just wide. Didn't pop it up the way she wanted to. The game is now tied, or is not tied. The game is now 13-12. Lane. Westinghouse with a chance to tie it. But Mia Duritz with the kill. Strong from the outside hitter position on the left.
That was a nice way to bounce back for Lane there after giving up some points they definitely don't want to be giving up.
When they can get the ball to their outside hitters, that's really been where they've been successful.
For sure. Obviously, with the height that they have there on the outside, it's really no one, especially on this Westinghouse team, that can really match with them. Now Lane extending their lead back up to 3. And now 4.
Off the face of Westinghouse as that one falls in the middle for a Lane Tech Champions point.
That definitely hurt. I'm happy I'm not on the receiving end of that one. And now a timeout for Westinghouse. Nice job by Lane kind of rebounding. We saw them looking a bit unsettled during that middle portion there, but
Yeah,
now the lead back up to 5.
from up 8 to a 1-point game to now back up by 5. It was
Yeah.
definitely a swing there. They seem to be more confident out there. You saw them with some frustration during that
Yeah.
swing by the Westinghouse, but they've got back in it here and they seem to be really enjoying themselves.
Mhm.
Lane Tech with some good passing there to enable a deep drive from Olivia Kronowski. As we'll now see Colette Hennigan with her 5th serve. And Olivia Kronowski with the kill. Once again, those outside hitters really doing work for Lane Tech.
Yeah. It's been hard for Westinghouse to counter just the size and the speed at which the ball is coming down.
And a great serve from Colette Hennigan as she's on a roll.
Lane now back up 8.
And a good block from Westinghouse to bring the score back to 2013.
Ooh.
And a fault there from Westinghouse brings Julie Appizetto back to the line to serve. It is 21-13. Let's see if she can serve this one out. There's one, an ace off rip.
Yeah, we've seen a couple aces in this first set. Westinghouse a little late to respond to those serves.
Lane Tech's been finding where they're not and been dropping it in there. That one will not make it over. And it is now 22-14. Westinghouse making some substitutions. Another strong spike from Olivia Kronowski. As Anya Moore and number 14 Abigail Graff will re-enter the game. Anya is back to serve. And a kill from Abigail Graff as she just entered the game. Anya Moore is here to serve for set point. She's one of the best servers on Lane Tech, so we'll see as she drives it back into the middle row, the back row.
Point there for Westinghouse staying alive in this set.
They're not done fighting yet.
Mm-hmm. We saw them come back a bit earlier in this one, so let's see if they can do the same.
Sophia Polik says no as she's added a strong kill to make the score 25-15.
We're back now looking to kick off the second set. Gavin, what do you think of Lane's performance in that first set, and how can they build upon it to win this game?
Yeah, it seemed that they were a little inconsistent, a little
Yeah.
shooken up there at some points. When they had their A game on, when they were able to put the ball on their outside hitters, it was definitely a dominant performance. Their passing did look good. Their sets looked like they might have needed a little bit of work. But I think that this second set, we might see more of what we saw at the end of that first set.
Yeah.
That's a good dig there and a deep drive.
Westinghouse gets point one on the board in this second set.
This is Sam Jenkins' first appearance in the game,
Yeah.
and she gets called for a lift, unfortunately. A debatable call there. She
She got
brings
her
it right
redemption.
back, though.
Yeah.
A strong kill from Sam Jenkins. A collision there from Alyssa Laverde and Lena Paulus leads to a Westinghouse lead of 3-1. The biggest lead they've had all day.
Yeah. Might be the only lead they've had all day.
That's what I was talking about with that young front line up there on the net, as that was sophomore Sophia Abdullah with the kill.
We've made note of this young Lane Tech team a couple of times, but it's definitely something to be proud of. I mean, what, 6 underclassmen on this team? It's definitely a young team, but it hasn't really stopped them. 18-6 on the year, 7 games in a row. They're definitely looking good. And another point to Lane.
I will say though, even with this youth, those seniors on this team really bring a lot of experience and knowledge to this team,
Yeah.
as you see how strategic and how well executed they are on the court.
The team's definitely just a good mix of that experience, but obviously they have the skill to back it up.
As they reclaim the lead here, 4-3. Westinghouse struggling a little bit, as this is now senior Sam Jenkins' fourth serve, I believe.
Ah,
Another good serve. She alternated sides there, really mixed it up. Almost dropped it in front of her, but at the end of the day, her pass was unable to reach any of her teammates, resulting in a Lane Tech point. That one will fall short though, as Westinghouse reclaims the serve, down 4-6.
oh,
A tough play there, as they were unable to return the strong spike from number 8 on Westinghouse.
That was nice play from both sides there, but Westinghouse takes the point now within back up to 1.
And a serve out the back will bring the serve back to the Lane Tech champions as we see senior captain Julie Apizzetto back to serve. A little too strong there from Westinghouse
Yeah.
as it goes out the back.
Westinghouse unable to counter the serves from Lane Tech's team captain.
Yeah, we've seen that for most of this second set here. They've seemed to struggle with the balls being hit to the back row there, which
Yeah.
is one thing that Lane's really excelled at throughout the game so far. Their back row has been really amazing at how they've been able to set up their setters, as we see there, and leads to Olivia Kornowski kill on the outside.
Not much you could do with that Kornowski hit coming down. It's like a dagger coming down on that Westinghouse defense.
And again, another struggle with the serve as Lane Tech takes the lead 11-5.
I think those last 2 points really sum up this game. Lane gets a point on serve and then another point on an outside hit. That's where they've really been dominating this one, as another ace there for Lane Tech as they're now up 12-5.
Yeah, an ace there from Julie. And Westinghouse's return there goes right into the net. We continue to see them struggle with their returns. Westinghouse's JV team trying to get something going for them as they cheer on the sidelines. You know, sometimes that's all it takes is a little enthusiasm from your fans.
Yeah.
The fact that they have fans who are traveling with them, I feel like that's really a huge advantage for them.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it off, at least off camera. This Lane Tech gymnasium can really get loud, even without maybe the greatest number of people in it. And it's definitely been loud here tonight.
And a strong spike attempt from number 19, freshman Janelle. She will sub out, however, as they substitute in Anya Moore, I would assume, for the serve. And number 14, Abigail Graff. It is Anya back to serve. That is her big role for this team. She has been executing from behind the line all year long.
Had some nice success in that first set, too. But not there.
Just falls short. And we see another point for Lane Tech as a result of the outside hitters, with number 14 Abigail Graff putting it right into their blockers. Wow, what a dig from Julie Apizzetto. And it will lead to a Lane Tech point as Westinghouse is unable to return it.
She's been doing that the whole year. Leads the team in digs, and you could saw it there. That was a great play there by team captain.
good misdirection there from Westinghouse as it drops in for the point. Lane Tech has the lead by 9 as it is 17-8 in the second set.
That's Westinghouse with back-to-back points. They had a nice comeback in the first set, and they look to do the same in this one.
Number 8 on Westinghouse, that was a strong serve. It is very difficult to return there from the back row, who has excelled all game so far. A little too strong there as it goes out the back. And Lane Tech making some substitutions as number 15, Sophia Abdullah, will sub in for number 1, Julie Apozetto. A great play there from Lane Tech as they just popped the ball up and over the blockers from Westinghouse. Our other co-captain, Casey Flip, is now back to serve. A big difference in this game so far has really been the ability to pass to their setters. Lane Tech has been dominating through the strength of their outside hitters, but Westinghouse just hasn't been able to really figure out how to get the ball to their setters so they can be able to have a strong approach on the outside. And an ace from Casey Flynn makes the score 21-10.
I was about to say, I don't think comeback's in store for this Westinghouse team like it was in the first set, but who knows? Maybe with that missed serve, they can get something going.
A little too strong there from Lane Tech. Anya Moore trying to save it while not running into the ref stand. That would hurt a fair share. In a game like this, you do not want to have to exert yourself too far to the point of injury.
Yes.
So we appreciate her for not running into the stand there.
That's for sure. We've already seen some close calls with injuries in this one, with the Westinghouse player getting hit right in the face. So, ooh,
Once again, the outside hitters for Lane contributing as Sam Jenkins drives the ball the other way, resulting in a Lane Tech point.
let's see if Alyssa can close out this lane victory.
A lift there called on Westinghouse. Lane Tech up 23-13.
Ooh,
Wow. A kill off the return for sophomore Sophia Abdullah. And it is now set point, match point for Lane Tech.
Lane looking to go 8 games in a row, 19-6 on the year, 5-1 conference. This team's looking good to end off this season.
We'll
I
just
think
have to wait for
Westinghouse
that
says not
19
so
from
fast.
6. Not so fast, John. Westinghouse will have a couple more chances at it here. Maybe. No, says
There's that
freshman
19th win.
Janelle with a strong kill to end the game in style as Lane Tech wins in 2 sets and advances to 19-6.
Dominant win for Lane Tech to continue their dominant streak of the last 8 games. I was John Hyder. That was Gavin O'Brien. Thank you everyone for joining.